Back to more comments I should not have read by myself at night. What's the creepiest thing a student's ever said to you as a teacher? Bonus points if it's paranormal. Not teacher or a student, but I suppose this counts as paranormal. When I was a teenager, I got into some trouble in a quarry and started drowning. After a while, everything went white, and I was suddenly above the water looking at myself drowning. My dad, who had died years earlier, was just looking at me, almost annoyed. He said, "It's not your time yet. You've caused enough shit recently." I then shot back into my body and had a sudden burst of energy, enough to do a few more strokes. Suddenly, I felt the ground beneath my feet and managed to climb out. The scariest part, especially because I didn't believe in any of it, came about 18 months later. My auntie had been to see a medium. She looked at me and said, "Anything you want to tell me?" I said, "No," as it had happened so long ago. She then said, "What about nearly drowning in the quarry?" Oh, got him. I was stunned into silence. She then said, "Say thank you to your dad. That's why you're still here with us." I got an abortion and was pretty upset about it and told my 4-year-old daughter I needed space, and she got upset and asked why I love my son more than her. I never mentioned I was pregnant or the gender. Not the sibling rivalry, I'm done. Not a teacher, but my autistic little brother didn't want to go to bed one night because he said something bad was going to happen. He was hysterical, but we all thought he was just having a fit because he didn't want to go to bed. He was 11 and I was 18. 2 detectives showed up at my parents' house that night and told me my dad unalived himself. A few months later, my brother was hysterical again, saying something bad was going to happen. My uncle passed that night because he was so drunk he vomited and choked on it in his sleep. Ugh, we all listen to him now. Yeah, when he says something's bad is gonna happen. I bet. Some kid told me he died on the Titanic and he recalled everything down to the color of the floor and the bed. No Disney cruises for him. Got it. So my classmate said that I should open the window at night so he can come in, and I was 5, so I opened it, and at 3 a.m. I woke up to a figure like my classmate, and it was trying to come in. So I got scared, closed the window, and it said, "You would regret closing the window. I will come back." And the next day, the teacher said that he died. Just a weird story. When I was around 6 to 8 years old, my mom fed my sick brother and I expired cough medicine. We both literally were tripping balls for hours until we went to bed, literally hallucinating. I saw my classmates playing outside at like 9 p.m. and begged my parents to let me out to play with them. My room had turned into a jungle and I could point out everything I was seeing. Weirdly enough, my brother saw the exact same hallucinations. Still to this day, we talk about what we saw, and it's the exact same. Same kids were outside, same animals, plants, and our shared bedroom in the exact places. I don't know, maybe it had like peyote or something to get him to a higher plane. I'm in the special ed unit at a high school, and we had a really tall kid with mental capabilities of a young child. It was rare for him to say more than a few words at a time, and it was largely unintelligible, though I could catch words here and there to piece them together what he was trying to say. One day I was sitting across a table from him, and he leans forward, so I do the same. He looks me right in the eyes, and in the perfect English I have ever heard, says, "They'll never believe you." Then he sits back and goes right back to babbling. I got spooked and convinced myself he was just copying something he heard in a show or a movie. My friend had a haunted house when I was a kid and would say the creepiest things to me. She said the boy ghost in her closet was named Philip. One day I showed up to hang out in my new limited 2 purple sparkly outfit, and she was wearing all purple. And she told me Philip told her I'd be wearing purple. So freaky. Philip the fashionista. Okay, on to my next errand. Come back for more.